Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-market live show. Today is May 1st. It's Thursday, first day of May. So let's see what May's going to bring us, and let's see what the heat map looks like. But first, all information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. How is everybody this morning? And let me switch over. There's the heat map right there. Microsoft, NVIDIA, Google, Meta, Amazon are all green. Apple's down a hair. So look at that bad boy. LGMK is up over 2 cents again. So that's looking pretty good right there. And I think that's going to get moving again. So let's go traders and laptop travel. Luis Rodriguez, David, Asian Joe Lee, Barbara, everybody hopping on Doge Mama 9. So how is everybody this morning? I don't know why I just hopped off of there. I was going to go through the Joe Lee's jumpers and I just jumped off them, but there they are. NAOV is the very first one. Let's take a look and see what these guys are doing. We do have some poppers this morning. We were looking at this. This is jumping up. We were looking at it last night. NAOV. And there you go. It is cruising up along right there. And let's see. It's going to 534 to 630 this morning. So it did run up some more. It looks like it wants to pull back. So we'll see, but it does look like it's going to continue to get set up again. So we'll keep an eye on this NAOV. And NVNI we were looking at, and this one jumped up yesterday in the after hours, and this one's jumping up again, NVNI. So there you go with two of them, beginning with the letter N, and they're both rolling here, but this one looks good getting into the 50, and we were looking at it last night, and it went 49 to 54, and it's at 51 right now. So it is jumping up there a little bit more. So there you go with NVNI. And let's see. Yeah, it's holding up well right there, Nathan, I must say. Blue Collar Teamster, how are you this morning? And everybody else hopping on. PCSA, let's see. Processus Pharmaceuticals. And this is just a little bit flat. It did jump up there. PSCA, let's see. Well, what are you doing? What did I write in anyway? PCSA is what it should be. PCSA, and that will work. And it did jump up yesterday. It's back on the 20. I think it'll still get set up right there. We'll watch that one to see if it does want to run up, but it did. And PRSO, Paraso or whatever. We were looking at this the other day. Somebody mentioned this thing, and now it's jumping into the top, PRSO, and it is looking pretty good this morning. It did run up. It looked good this morning, I'll say. 112 to 125. It's back to 105. Yesterday, it closed at 110, so we'll have to see. But it's creeping into the top, so we'll see how that candle opens up. But we were looking at that last night. How about the signing day sports? We haven't looked at this in a little while. This thing likes to have like huge runs every once in a while, and it looks like it's doing it right now. So I guess it's that time for signing day sports to sign off and run up. You can see it does it. We've been watching this thing quite a few for a little while, and it has made some big old runs right there. So SGN and TRNR, good old interactive strength. I added it to the list last night, and there you go. It was trying to run up yesterday. I know that. Let's see if it was run up anymore this morning. 68 back to 90. It closed at 82, and then it's sitting at 75 right now. So it tried to go up a little bit this morning. It was trying to jump up. We'll take a look and see if it can get back over that 20 right there. And that is TRNR right there. And how about WW? I'm sure that was pulling back. It is in the top. It may run up again more today with that look right there. Yeah, keep an eye on this thing. It does look like it wants to run up right there, just a little bit flat and in the top, but it does look good to continue to run up, at least at the moment. So keep an eye on that and make sure it just does. It wants to curl up or stay in the top at least. And that is your WW and Z car. We were all over this early too, and this thing started cruising up yesterday. Let's see what it's doing today. And there you go. That thing's jumped up yesterday, and it's not doing anything yet today, but keep an eye on the Zoom car holdings because that could continue to move. And thank you, Asian Joe Lee, for your Joe Lee's jumpers. And let's take a look at our laptop lowdowns. There's always good ones that will run 100% off of here. And that FFAI, like I said, it was a little healthy pullback yesterday. And watch this thing get set back up to run up. And that is a Nader special right here. So there you go with FFAI. And like I was saying, I thought it was just a little bit of healthy pullback. And CGTL, this one's going to be a good one. Look at that bad boy all the way down there. CGTL right here. And I would say we'll keep an eye on that. That looks like it could get moving relatively soon. So we'll be watching that one. And let's see what CTHR is doing this morning. Let me click on the thing. Here we go. Charles and Calvert, we were looking at this. It tried to jump up a little bit yesterday, it looks like right there. Let's see, CTHR. And he did jump up there yesterday. So let's watch and see if that's the bottom right there. And Green Lane, we've been watching this thing. It's up a little bit, but we know it's going to just kind of curl around, jump up, but it could possibly close lower than the day before. And here we are. Look at that good curl. I mean, that is a really, really nice curl up right there. I'll be watching it today because you can see how it's moving right there. But we got to know if this thing's going to get through the MACD or if it's going to come down another level and come under a penny. And that would be really nice right there if we did that. So INTS, good old Intensity Therapeutics, is down there. And we're just waiting for this to get some intensity right there. And KIDZ, we've been watching this bad boy, and it's curled up. We were watching it down here at like 104, 106, somewhere's right there. And it's just kind of sitting around today, not doing a whole lot. But Kids is not looking too bad as a stock right here. So keep your eye on that one. That was yesterday's date, so it didn't show anything for today for KIDZ. And that NAOV we looked at, or no, we didn't. Oh, yeah, that's the one we looked at that jumped up already. So we checked that out. And OKUR, I know we looked at this recently and it just jumped up right there. So there you go, OKUR. And someone was just asking about this 261. It closed down 249. It gapped up this morning, it looks like, or yesterday. That was yesterday, not even today. So it ran up yesterday, gapped up, and then came down. We'll have to see what it's doing. And this is today. It says it ran up to 287. So Finviz has it jumped up this morning. So it very well could possibly be jumping up. And OLB pulling back right there. This one had recently just ran up for us. And there you go. It's some pullback right down to the 20. We'll see if that wants to get set back up to roll up. They've been loving to do that lately. And PTPI, that Petros Pharmaceuticals, it does reverse split today. And we are watching this thing like a hawk. So I'll be keeping you guys posted. And there you go. There's the reverse split for today. We'll see what it opens up at. And we were talking about it last night. SGD right there, Safe and Green Development, pulling back a little bit. Recently had that split. It ran up a little bit, SGD, and now it's a nice pullback. Couldn't crawl through the MACD. You're getting that bounce back there. So there you go with that one. And let's look at SOGP right here, Sound Group. And that's a huge dip. We're going to keep an eye on that one. And TMDE, this one pulled back yesterday. It's not looking bad today. It says it's down like 3 cents, but it is starting off trying to move up a little bit, 134 to 140. So that is not too bad. And we've been keeping an eye on that. And VINC is this one, Vistarex or something, and this one's been in the basement right here. It keeps moving down a level as it's trying to curl through. We'll look and see if it can. Maybe you get a little jump up. Let's see. Maybe you get a little jump up as it's about to approach that MACD. You could see it trying to get green yesterday. Just keep an eye on it today for a real quick bounce. And WTF. That's about what our lives seem like. WTF, Walton, Waiting, something financial. And let's see, he's in Hong Kong, and it's in the basement, opened up in the basement, just started out. It's a new one, and so we have to keep an eye on it, but I definitely will keep an eye on this one. As it curls up, it'll look really good, and with the first day, it opened up all the way at 429, went up to 1980-something, 85, did it just say? Yeah, 1985, and now we're looking at 630. So we'll keep an eye on WTF, and thank you very much, Laptop Travel. Greatly appreciate that laptop lowdown list because there's always 100%ers running off of there. And Luis Rodriguez posted what's going on the next 2 days, so I'm going to repost that bad boy. And it is the initial jobs claims at 8:30, S&P final U.S. manufacturing at 9:45, ISM manufacturing at 10, construction spending at 10, auto sales at some point. And then tomorrow you have your U.S. non-farm payrolls, U.S. employment rate, U.S. hourly wages, hourly wages year over year, and all that good stuff. So there's always reports coming out like every single day. I never even really realized that until we started doing the show. I had no idea. And so, yeah, that's happening. And how about Bitcoin? We'll go right over that because Bitcoin's right over 96,000 right now, looking pretty good at 96,136. Solana at 152, Ethereum 1847, Ripple it just click buy, links at 1498. That's moving, and H bar is almost at 19, and Ripple's at 223, and Cardano's at 70, guys. So they are looking good. And again, we can look at these bad boys now. Right here, if we go on here, and that is pretty green, and I just got to click over to there, and there we go. So they are trying to run in the top. We did think they were crawling back up, but they're going to get in the top, so you're going to have to see them pull back at some point. But these bad boys are about to run up. Look at Ethereum. They all have the same kind of look right there. Solana right there. They all are curling up, looking really good. Ripple as well. And we've known that they wanted to move. There's Cardano right there looking good. Even Doge. This is easy. I mean, this makes it way easier to just kind of cruise through real quick. And you can kind of see that they're set up pretty fast. And we have Chainlink right there, so they have some pretty good ones on here. And that one, they all have the exact same setup. This is a good one too. SUI USD. This is a pretty good one. It's way in the top. It'll run up, and again, they're going to run up. They're going to have to come back down. So we're going to have to expect that to happen sooner. Then later, they look at them. They're going to get in that top area, run up again, then have to pull back. Maybe they won't pull back as crazy, and they stay in like the 100,000 area and make a base there to keep moving. So that's what we're looking at with crypto. And I think the ETF was right at a 5 million market cap, if I remember correctly. Let me take a look. 5 million. Yeah, that's what it says. 5 million. And it was pulling back a little. Hopefully it goes up now that the market's going to be opening and crypto is looking good. It should start to move up. So there we go with that. And let me see what else. GNLN, that green lane holding we talked about. And again, it's up a little bit, but we'll have to make sure. I'll be keeping an eye on it to see what it wants to do off of that MACD right there, STX Confidential. So we'll definitely be watching that one today. And let's see what else is going on. Let me see if I missed anything. If you guys want to see anything, AZTR, and there's a couple. MicroStrategy wants to go over 100. We'll just go right over our SPY, big caps, and all that good stuff, and then I'll see what else is going on. And look at that SPY jumping up. I honestly didn't think it was going to run up over to 50. I thought they would keep it in that channel, and there you go. So it actually surprised me this morning when I looked at it, and I said, wow, they put it over to 50. That's pretty impressive right there. He's not messing around, and maybe we're going to see some deals coming out and the market get turned around. And again, you know what I've been saying, he has to do something quick. We track it down. Happy Cinco de Uno. That's pretty funny. And yeah, we've been tracking it down, but not only do we read the charts at what they want to do, we also have to look at what the administration wants to do and what they have to do at that moment. So it's been a lot better for us looking at it and factoring that in. And I'm telling you, he has to make a move pretty soon, guys. And I was saying it the other day. I think he has to kind of, start to cave in, not even cave in. You start your negotiations up here. And then when you actually want to do your negotiations, you know you're not getting it up here. You're going down towards the middle somewheres. And that's the way it works. So it's a matter of everybody wants to talk and try to get that figured out. So we'll see what's happening, but something's going on. And Apple right here is the one that's down this morning. They do have earnings today, so we'll have to see what their earnings are up to. I guess maybe not so great if it's down, but you never know. They can bounce. Amazon's way up trying to hit, and that has earnings today as well. So that looks pretty good this morning, getting up to that 50, but we'll see if it can get through. I was actually surprised. Like I said, they were all moving up pretty well. Google cruising back up, and there's that one's still in the channel, but put the SPY right over it. Meta's hitting all that resistance up there, and that could pull back. But look at that thing up $34 right now. So that's a big jump. And Microsoft right here was way up. And there you go, Luis Rodriguez. How about that beauty? I know Luis Rodriguez is waiting until 9 a.m. right there to see what Microsoft is doing. And it is really nice. I told you guys that thing was looking really good. I don't know why I didn't play it, to be honest with you. I mean, that thing was looking great. What the hell was I thinking? But there you go. I'm glad some of you guys are playing it. Good old Microsoft right there. Holy cow, that thing was looking good, and it does look great. I mean, 431 and hitting over that resistance right there. That's a beauty, guys. NVIDIA, that's up $5 and got over to 50 as well. So yeah, they're looking pretty good this morning. I must say, I can't say that they're not. And even Tesla's looking even a little better. And I thought it was going to pull back, to be honest with you, down in this channel, but it doesn't appear that it wants to. So Tesla's looking pretty good. And let's run through the other ones real quick. AMC, I'm telling you, this one looks really good. And so does GameStop. Chewy's been looking good right here. It's down a little bit. Nothing crazy. Unity's up, and that jumped up to the 50. It was down a little bit yesterday. And how about Netflix? If I type it in right there, that's only down a little bit. But again, that's in the top. I don't think you want to be chasing that bad boy up there. But these semiconductors are looking good, and they're up pretty well again. So there's a AVGO, and MU is looking pretty good. TSM right here looking pretty nice, I must say. And SMCI, let's see if it can regroup. It's up 81 cents actually. So after some bad news, they didn't even put their earnings out yet, but they basically were saying they might not be good. And AMD got right over 100 over that resistance. So yeah, I would say they're looking good. QCOM was looking good. It's down this morning. Oh yeah, it did pull back on the earnings yesterday. I remember now, and we were talking about that. And it was looking good. And I was saying hit that resistance. So if I was looking at it, you would think it was coming down. But again, I don't play the earnings anyway. But there's QCOM right there. And we'll see. It'll probably bounce back up. Intel not looking too bad right there today. And let's see what PayPal's doing, up 36 cents, trying to run in that channel, getting up to the 50. And Snow has been looking good. And that's why, because it's up another $7. So there you go with that one. And good old Dell right here is not looking bad. That one hopped up. So that one looks pretty decent right there. PLTR, Palantir up to 120 right there. That was beauty. And Sophie's even trying to move back up, and that's looking pretty good. They cruise up. And Mara and Riot, they've been setting up. They're looking really good right there. Riot has earnings coming up today. Yeah, May 1st. And CleanSpark's been looking really good right here. That looks like it's about to run. MicroStrategy up and wants to get to that 400, like Luis Rodriguez was just saying. And there you go. And Coinbase and Hood are both up there this morning. So there you go with them guys. Not looking bad. Lulu right here. Let's see. That's up $1.59. And that's in a pretty good spot to try to run up. So the markets are looking pretty good right there. AMD setting up nicely. If it wasn't such a money destroyer, you'd jump in. Yeah, I know. It does look like it wants to jump up off of there, but you just never know. And let's look at that Viking VKTX right here. And that's jumping up, and that's setting up to go up even higher, guys. That looks good. AZTR, let's see what that's up to. Let's see. That's at 32 cents down here. It's in that jumped up over to 50. It looks like. Let me see. I can't really even tell where it's at. It looks like it's on the 50 right there, isn't it? So yeah, it's on the 50. Not looking bad for AZTR right there. Blue collar Teamster, I must say. It did jump up. Had that Pac-Man look. We love that look. When that 50 is coming down, that 20 is crawling up like that, and they look like Pac-Man. They always seem to come up out of the 50. So if you find it under, like at the bottom of the 20, you almost know it's going over to 50. It's been doing it nonstop right there. And TRNR is up on news right there. So there you go. It's back to at 70 something cents. And that'll probably hit the 20 and come back down after the news. So That does not look too great right there. Maybe it tries to set up and go up. It could actually, it doesn't. We'll look at it for the next few days. We had looked at this bad boy before and it just kept dipping down, so it lost the list. But yeah, we might have to look at it some more right here. Let's see what else is going on real quick. Let me see. Let's see what Logic Mark is doing now. And that's almost at 2.5 cents, guys. That's cruising up. And look at this thing trying to get out of the basement. It's making some good moves right there. That's what I liked about it. And that's why I wasn't really that concerned. Like I said, you could play that pop right there and then get back in it if you wanted to. And I wasn't really concerned it was coming back into where we were buying it at. That's for sure. And yeah, I think we're gonna get it. Like I said, if you could see 5-6 cents easy, and there's your 50s coming down, so it's under 10 cents now. It was over 10. But just like AGMH, which we'll look at right now, it basically did the exact same thing. And again, once it gets that pop up to that 50 right there, you're probably going to want to look at it and then reconsider it, because I'm telling you, this is getting set back up. You just want to know exactly where the right spot is. And Bond, keep an eye on this thing. I don't think it's really done just yet. You can see, I think it had that initial run up. And again, you play them pops and then you can get that set. You can get set back up into it. DMN, I'm not sure when they're breaking the halt, but it was what, a T12 or something? I forget. I think it was like Tom Brady's number or something like that. Whatever the form was, it was something like that. And that's the only reason why I kind of remember, because I just remember that. And HIT is just sitting there. BDRX, we'll look at a few of these guys real quick. CLBR, let's see what that's doing. That's down a little. I'll keep an eye on that, see what it wants to do. We did look at FFAI. It is up a little bit. And Icon not looking bad, just sitting there this morning. OCGN, so a lot of these are just kind of hanging out. LRHC just sitting there, so none of them are really moving. And there's that PTPA. That's going to split, so we're definitely keeping an eye. Keep an eye on this AREB. This is trying to curl back up right there. And this Linkage Global right here was looking pretty good, but not doing anything yet this morning. So there you go. And what's Adobe up to? That's up $3. Not looking too bad right there. How about Uber? That's up. We did like it last night. It did look better than Lyft right there, which is up a nickel, but I would say Uber was the better choice right there, up 1%. So there you go with that. And IVP, keep an eye on this thing, guys, because it's trying to get set back up, I would say. So we're keeping an eye on this. Is it an F or P? Hold on, I think it's an F. I was going to say, it doesn't really look like the chart too much. It's this one right here. This one looks like the chart. Keep an eye on this one, IVF. I'm sorry, it's IVF. And yeah, this thing appears to be getting set back up, so we're going to be keeping an eye on that guy. And let's see, KIDZ, tariff deals are coming. I say the same thing. I'm telling you guys, you can kind of tell what's going on right there. And let's see, MSTY is going to be a ETF, and that is your MSTR. And look at that thing looking pretty good right there. And PTPI, we were just talking about, going to reverse split right here. And that FFAI, we were just looking at. So definitely, how about Elf Beauty? That's up 73 cents, and that's not looking too bad. That could get beautiful right there. I mean, it might pop right over to 50 like the rest of them. So I'm telling you, there's something going on here. And let's see. Decker, you mean? I was about to put SEC. But yeah, DECK. I'm telling you, this one's probably going to be a great opportunity. I did write that down. I'm going to be looking at that today. Luis Rodriguez, remind me to look at this today, because this one's a beauty. I'm telling you, this one has a lot of room to move, and it's going to get curled up right there. And I think the markets are looking pretty good. And like I said, I think you're going to see some deals coming. I didn't think you'd let this thing get into a recession. It's not. I mean, it's popping up more than anything. And all the ones that we've already looked at, Soxel's up some more, so that was a good call the other day. It did pull back, but ran up. How about that Blue Jay? That one's trying to fly back up, so keep an eye on the old Blue Jay right there. We've looked at that plenty of times, and a bunch of other ones that we've already been looking at, and that's an ETF right there. You can just tell the treasury bond. And I always find these charts kind of bizarre like that, but whatever. It does move like it moves for like 70 or 50 cents nonstop. It's almost easy. Look at it. You know it's going to hit the line and go back up. So if you want to trade a 50 center each day, you could easily do it with this, or every couple days, I guess. So there you go with that. And that's like some of them weird ones that I see. You can easily trade them in a channel. They do the same thing every single day. It's bizarre. PAPL, what's that doing? That's trying to get some volume there. And ETWO, that one did run up there. We were looking at PRSO, and there's our logic mark, and COSM is trying to run up a little bit, but we'll keep an eye on all that good stuff right there. And let's see what McDonald's earnings miss. I told you McDonald's. I was like, they weren't looking that great. And boom, hit that resistance. I played that. I didn't play it. I mean, I called it off of the resistance right there. It didn't look like it wanted to go up there. We were talking about it, and they missed. So, again, I think you're better off just looking at the chart and getting a better idea of what earnings are going to do rather than trying to figure out what the hell the company's even doing. And we've done it for everything else. So why not continue to just look at the charts and just do it that way? Tectonic for stalled economy, whatever that is, and what investors are overlooking at NVIDIA, Apple, and a cruise line operator, which is probably not Norwegian. I can't even think of the Carnival. What the hell are they? Carnival, CCL, that one. What's that up to? Yeah, that's setting up. Look at that. We'll keep that on the list. That's way down, and it's going to be summertime, and people are going to be taking vacations and stuff, so that could be running. U.S. stocks set to rally on big tech trade optimism. I'm telling you guys, you're about to see a deal get done soon. And Meta Microsoft earnings help ease fears of tariff hit to Mag 7. And yeah, I mean, these things look insane right now. We're talking about tariffs and a trade war, and we got a market. Yeah, it did pull back. We talked about it needing to pull back anyway. So somebody, he just had to put his neck out and do it. And, but yeah, I would say things are looking good. And I've been telling you guys the whole time, we just got to have a little faith in it and just be patient with them. So I think it's looking way better. LVS, we were looking at this last week. You are right. That Las Vegas Sands looking pretty good right there, I must say. Let me see what else is going on around the market here and see what else we're missing. And yeah, hopefully ETF starts moving up back up today. That would be good. And let me see if I'm missing anything. Microsoft up hood. Doge is looking pretty good. We were saying, what's NVO? Let's see what that is. Oh, hold on right there. NVO right here. Let me see. And let's see, Novo Nordisk. This one looks like it's trying to move up. They have earnings coming up next week, so that one does look like it could run up a little bit right there. QCOM was down. McDonald's was down. Aurora, the cannabis industry is up, and I meant to look, but this one's not even that. Aurora Cannabis was up too, but this one's up as well, unless this was Aurora. I don't even know. Nah, this definitely can't be. Anyway. Let's see what this one's looking pretty good right there. They have earnings coming up next week, and that's not looking bad. So let's see what BCRX is doing right here. BioCryst Pharmaceuticals, it was running up there. It looks like it's pulling back a little bit, and they have a Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, it is pulling back. BCRX right here. I'd have to look at it, but it looks like it's kind of topping out. It looks like it's going to come back down here and set back up. It's not looking bad. It just looks like it might be pulling back a little bit right there. So there you go. A couple other ones. And like I said, that logic mark is back over 2 cents. We figured it would be, and it is looking good this morning. So watch for this bad boy. And what else is going on here? I think we got everything, I must say. Now, I think that's pretty much everything right there. Let's see if I missed anything over here. I think we got it all right there, it looks like. And let me make sure I got all you guys. NVNI is cruising right there. We were talking about it, Barbara, and I hope you got in it because it is cruising along right there. Look at that bad boy right over to 50. It's moving up towards the top, and it could get into the top and continue to run. So that is looking good. And keep your eye on that PTPI for that reverse split today because that one's going to be a wild one. You already know that. So we're keeping an eye on that. So, yeah, I think we have a pretty good idea of what's going on in the market. And it is looking really good, guys. I mean, we figured some trade deals or something was coming up soon. So I would expect something. I remember it was Tesla I was talking about. That is not looking bad, but look where it's going to set up. You see how it crossed that line? Watch right about here, guys. Next week, something's going on, guys. Next week, so we could see some trade deals coming out. They could, and again, and none of it matters unless they say that they did something with the EU or China. So they're the ones that you're worrying about, and the only ones that are really important at this point because they're going to make the difference. So that's what's going to make things cruise, especially the China one. That's going to be huge. So if something crazy and a good deal comes out with China and the EU, and again, you have no idea what they're doing behind the scenes. It's just like I say, just sit back, be patient, have faith that they're doing the right thing because they seem to have this thing under control. You know, they have the market like that. Whenever you have the market like that, I think now it's just pressure on the Fed. I think they could get the trade deals done. I think they're trying to pressure the Fed to get the rates down before they get the trade deals done because it'll help out way better. You get the interest rates down, the trade deals done, and forget about it. You can just smoke the market. I mean, it would go insane. And it looks like that's what they're trying to do. Clearly, I said a week before Trump came out and started pressuring Powell publicly, I said it was going to happen, and it's going to happen some more. I'm telling you what's happening. They want the rates down. The trade deals are probably already in the works, probably getting done right now. And now their main focus: get these rates right down, get the stupid Fed to cooperate with us. And why wouldn't they? There's no reason why they wouldn't. They dropped the rates 5% 3 weeks before an election, guys. So if anyone doesn't think that was a political move, and I said it was back when it happened, so I called it then. And why wouldn't we drop the rates right now? Look at this freaking market. Who's worrying about inflation or anything? Nobody. I mean, look at this goddamn thing. It's flying off the roof. And he pulled it down perfectly. He took the bullet to there, and this market's ready to get back to its highs again, guys. So trade deals are in the works. I'm telling you, it's more or less. And now look where they have this thing. You can't tell me that the Fed can sit there and tell you that they can't drop the rates and that they're worried about anything. Trump moved the market up. So he goes, okay, now tell me that you're worried. And the guy has the market like this. It's unbelievable, guys. I've never seen anything like it in my life. And I don't think we ever will. I guess the 4 years that he already had and then took 4 years off, he had a lot of experience and a lot of time to think about what he wanted to do. And he has it. I'm telling you, he knows exactly what's going on. It's pretty wild. You can't imagine anybody could ever do it like this. And this market is going to get wild. It's going to go to all-time highs. And these things are going to run, including crypto. As you can see, it's already starting as Bitcoin's about to get to 96,000 already right now as we're talking live. It's about to hit it. So look at this thing. And now I do like that look at that. It's about to hit 96,000 right there, guys. So look at that bad boy. And it's already probably, nope, did it get in there? It did get over 96.3. Weren't we saying it got to 96.1 maybe? So yeah, it's there you go. So I'm telling you, these things are looking really good. Market's looking pretty good. I think we have some trade deals coming in. And again, I think it's a matter of the Fed dropping the rates. That's when you start seeing all this news and shit's going to go popping quick, guys. You can see it. I mean, look how much the SPY already moved up, and everybody was worrying about it going down and recession talk. I told you they were going to keep it out of recession talk. Once we got right here, that looks like a clear bottom right now. And then, remember, people started to get worried right there. Look what they did the day later. It went up, and then they went, oop, we'll get it right moving. And they haven't stopped. And so, I can't imagine. You can't tell me that the Fed can argue that anything's wrong to not lower the interest rates, especially when they did it 3 weeks before an election. So I mean, I would just say that. If I was Trump, I'd come out and be like, yo, look at this chart right here. Look at the market and tell me how you did it 3 weeks before the election, dropped it down 0.5%. Just tell me. Just come out and explain this to me. Tell me that's not political, and we can talk. If there's no way, what would Powell say? He'd shit his pants. There's nothing he could say. He'd be like, it was a political motivated move 3 weeks before the election, and there's no reason why you're not doing it now. So please, someone argue with me on that. I mean, I don't see, I can't see why you can't do that. And if they do it, the rates get dropped, which that's what Trump needs to happen. The market's going to ape shit, guys. It's going back to the top. They know it is. That's why it's a politically motivated move right now. They know it's going to smoke the all-time highs, and it's never going to look back. Maybe not for a while anyway. You might have a dip down anytime they run up like that. You're going to see some pullback. But holy cow, guys, this thing looks insane. So, yeah, I would expect some trade deals, and I would expect some major pressure coming out on Powell right there, because I don't see any reason why at this point, with that SPY over to 50 and everything looking like this, getting set up like that, I don't see the argument there. So, and you guys know, I just look at a chart, tell you exactly what should happen and what could happen, and look at the track record. I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but holy cow, I just don't see the argument right here. And yeah, I would say he just made it do exactly what he needed it to do. And they have to be sitting there going, how's this guy have the stock market so perfect and under control? I've never seen anything like it. No president's ever done anything like this in their lives, guys. I'm telling you, it's insane what's going on. And clearly, you know, these guys are making a fortune. So you already knew that when the crypto hedges were coming and all this stuff. They've been making a ton of money on it, so they know what's going on. And but yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to get crazy. And so who came to whom? China, who wanted to negotiate, or Trump, who made the first call? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think Trump probably made the first call. Honestly, though, to be honest with you, we say China, they have a huge economy, and they could be patient. They could wait it out. But would it really be in their benefit? I don't know. I mean, it might be worth their time to work with Trump now, knowing that the economy can boom bigger than it ever could before. And that's very beneficial for them, too. So you got to look at it both ways. I mean, they could try to hurt us and hold it out and stall it. And but at the same time, they can benefit so much from a good trade deal and the rest of the globe. So you got to look at it both ways. Who the hell knows? I know Trump needs to get this done pretty quick. We already know, we talk about it with the midterms and everything. He's not going to let this market tank down with his midterms coming up in a year and a half. He has to smoke the midterms to be able to do anything he wants to do in the White House. And they knew they had to get in here and do this immediately. They had a quick time period. 2 years seems like a long time, but we see how fast 6 months can go by. Your first 100 days already went through, and another 3 months, it'll be the end of summer like this. We didn't even start it yet, but you already know summer will be flying by. We'll be doing 4th of July parades before you blink. And yeah, then you start coming into that September, October, November area, and you better have it starting to move or do something right, because then you got your midterms coming up not too far from there. Then you start, they start doing the commercials and all that nonsense, and campaigning. I couldn't think of the word. They start campaigning, and you better have that market ripping when they're campaigning, or you're going to be in shit out of luck. And he doesn't want that. He knows what's going on. He knows what he has to achieve, and he knows what he has to do to achieve it, guys. I'm telling you, he had 4 years in the office, took 4 years off, did a lot of thinking, it looks like, and they have a master plan, guys. I don't know how the hell they did it. I say it. I've been saying it for a couple of weeks now, and yeah, they just did some crazy shit right there, and you can see some deals are coming out. It's pressuring the Fed right now. They get the rates down the minute they announce them rates are done. Are coming down. The trade deals are coming onto the table. They could be done. You never even know. They could be almost done, and Trump going, yo, we're not announcing shit because we're waiting. I'm going to pressure this Fed. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors, and I'm telling you, he has it under lock and key. It's just crazy what's going on. And no, you couldn't imagine that. And you can see as it's setting up down here, your SPY, you could have some pullback, but the fact that they put it up here and they're running it towards your 200-day right there, I mean, I don't see how the Fed can argue that you can't reduce the rates like they want. So I think that's what you're seeing going on. He was like, hey, you don't want to pull them down. I'll just make the market go up and make it look perfect for you. And now argue it. And again, I just stated the argument. That's all he has to do is come out on public and tell people, tell the American people, put the SPY chart on. People don't even have to read charts. Put that thing on and be like, yo, here's your top. here, and this is where we're at. Tell me who's worried. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, and then look, these were times when the last administration were in. You were all the way down here, guys. So yeah, it was moving up, but that doesn't mean it can't pull back and go higher. I mean, it's a pretty simple chart to look at right there, and I don't see the problem. So there you go, guys. I'm just looking at it and seeing it. And again, we look at the chart and then try to factor in what the actual administration needs to do and what they're trying to accomplish, because it's been way better that way, rather than try to look at the chart and go, oh, it might hit the 50 and come down. And that's why we look at it every single day like a microscope, because you don't know when you wake up and it is over the 50 like this. And you're like, holy cow, I was really surprised this morning. I'm not going to lie. But I was like, well, he's trying to prove a point. I know that. I said it before. And there's your point right there. The market's perfectly fine. So I don't know. And this thing gets curled up like this and you keep it in that channel, you're shooting it right back up into that 600 area and it's going to be cruising. So I have to say, I like what the market looks like at the moment. Crypto looks like it's about to rip out of its mind. We were saying that a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So we were definitely early when Bitcoin was still at 84,000. And I said, hey, guys, this thing's about to get ripping. And now you're at 96,000. So that started to rip, and the markets are looking way better, I must say. So he's proven a point, and I wouldn't doubt if you don't see the Fed come out and say something fairly soon about trying to lower rates, or Trump coming out and really putting the pressure on, applying some major pressure. I mean, he's been saying stuff publicly, but I think after today, you're going to see some major pressure coming on, because I just don't see the argument right there. And Trump wants them rates down to be able to accomplish what they need to do. Again, we got to refinance a ton of money that they put in during the COVID time. So you can't be refinancing with rates what we have them at. The market won't ever move. So yeah, it's crazy, guys, what's going on. And he is the maestro. Isn't that a teacher right there? But yeah, I'm telling you guys, he has it under control, Luis Rodriguez. And I said it a few weeks ago, and I'm saying it now. Just let him do his thing. Be patient and have faith, because I can't see anything that looks bad right here, especially when I woke up this morning and saw that thing ripping like that. I was like, holy shit, he is proving a point right here. And yeah, look at this thing. It's going right back up to the top. So, I mean, that dip was a beauty right there if you caught it and got in and you're playing it up, because that was crazy right there. And like I told you before, don't bet against America. Remember, I said that. So look at this thing rolling, guys. And yeah, you might have a little pullback here, but I don't know if they're going to let it pull really back into here. If they did, look, it would come back onto this line and have to roll all the way back down, and it would be a long, slow roll down. I don't think Trump wants to hear it in the media, to be honest with you. So I don't see it happening right at the moment. We'll be keeping our eye on it, and I'll be keeping you guys posted. But that's what it looks like today. And your Mag 7 is green, and things do look good. Apple's a little down, but other than that, you're looking pretty good. A little mixed on the other side, but there you go. I'd say that's a really good pre-market review right there, and I will be keeping you guys posted. And of course, we'll be watching our Logic, Mark, and the other poppers right here. I'll let you know what's setting up. The market looks good, I'm telling you. So we're going to have some poppers. So keep you guys posted. Let me know if you guys see anything. And yeah, we'll cruise right through the market as we end the week and start the month of May. I mean, holy cow, what a beginning to May. And we might be having a Cinco de Mayo party. What day is Cinco de Mayo? It is Monday. I thought so. So yeah, Monday, it might be wild, guys, next week. So we'll be watching it, keeping an eye on it, and keeping you updated today. That's for sure, because this is a crazy market, and I'm expecting some major pressure on that Fed. That's what I see coming up. So there you go, everybody. So trade smart and lock in those profits. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, all your comments and feedback and everything else, and all the great help everybody sends over. So thank you so much. And again, trade smart, lock in those profits. I think this market's going to get ripping. And goodbye, good luck. See you later, and have a great day, everybody.